So I'm joined by Charles Lockett, Secretary of the Socialist Party at Sheffield University. Charles, can you tell me a little bit about what's going on today?
Well, today we're down at Sheffield Hallam University, and we're having a stall so that we can publicise the NUS walkout on March the 14th.
And what significance does this walkout have?
Well, this walkout has been called by the NUS, the National Union of Students. They're saying that all students should stay away from lectures or walk out from them on the 14th, and it's officially over hidden course fees and privatisation at the university. Which is absolutely something we've got to fight. But what we think is we don't think that really goes far enough. When students are being faced with tripling of tuition fees, and college students are having their AMA taken away, and education budgets are being slashed, we think it's a little bit disappointing that the NUS is sort of keeping such a narrow remit to this. So what we're trying to do is turn this into a really, really good anti-cuts event, which can publicise the fact that students aren't going to take this anymore.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on this afternoon?
Well, this afternoon we're just out with a stall, and we're sort of trying to get people over to sign petitions and chat to them about our ideas. Because we're a very politically motivated left-wing organisation. We're socialist, we're Marxists, and we're revolutionaries. We think that society needs to be changed so that we can all democratically control the economy. We're trying to gain as much support for those ideas and trying to get people as interested as possible.
Now, when those words that you just mentioned, Marxist and leftist, have been mentioned in recent years,
yes,
a lot of people would take a deep intake of breath and frown and look away. Do you feel that this is the right time to be talking about these kind of theories and ways of political motivation?
That's an interesting point. I mean, what has happened over the last 30 years, for example, since the fall of the USSR, even though it was a disgusting authoritarian Stalinist hellhole, what has happened since then was, it still poses an alternative to capitalism. What's happened for the last 30 years is there's been a huge ideological offensive against the ideas of Marxism and socialism, and indeed the left wing in general. So now we're left with a Labour Party which has utterly deserted, any of its left wing credentials, or it no longer even purports to represent working class people. I think at a time when capitalism has entered, a serious economic crisis. I mean, we've only just seen the start of this. I think, what we need to do is to be able to rediscover a language of how we actually talk about, our economy and how people are, how we want to change society. And I think Marxism fundamentally is just about the only, theoretical method of looking at our world, which has been consistently accurate and predicted this crisis years and years and years ago. I think Marxism and Karl Marx's writings are more accurate today than they ever have been.